Manila Mayor Isko Moreno is running for president in 2022. His campaign manager Lito Banayo confirms to Rappler. Moreno will declare his presidential bid on Wednesday, September 22 from the Baseco compound in Tondo, Manila. Sources say his running mate would be Willie Ong, a doctor and public health advocate who ran for senator in 2019 but lost. Moreno has made waves as Manila mayor with his aggressive cleanup campaign, in-city housing projects, and promises to revitalize the congested and deteriorating capital. Because of this visibility, he started appearing among preferred presidential candidates, finally placing second to Davao City Mayor and presidential daughter Sara Duterte in the June survey of Pulse Asia. It was during the health crisis when Moreno began to openly criticize the national government. He first called for an end to face shield requirements and then by bemoaning the slow distribution of vaccines. The Health Department confirms 371,794 COVID-19 tests from 7,925 test kits it bought along with the Budget Department's procurement service expired. DOH Assistant Secretary Nestor Santiago confirms this during a Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing Tuesday, September 21, upon interpellation by Senator Francis Pangilinan. Santiago says depending on the brand, each of the test kits is able to do 40 to 50 COVID-19 tests per kit. Formerly sold BGI real-time fluorescent RT-PCR test kits at 69,500 pesos per kit. Using that pricing, Pangilinan computes a ballpark amount of 550 million pesos in taxpayers' funds wasted on expired test kits.
That gives us the gravity of the waste, the incompetence, the corruption that we are facing.
Health Secretary Francisco Duque III says it's only 3.6% of the total cost so far of testing.
500 million pesos worth of testing kits expired in the height of the pandemic while we are struggling with testing. Is that acceptable to you?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
It's not
Thank you.
acceptable to me,
That is enough.
Mr. Chairman.
Quoting industry insiders, Pangilinan says the government could have gotten a 25% discount for test kits that were expiring in 6 months. President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday, September 20, accuses the Philippine Red Cross of failing to submit an annual report as required by law.
Where is this report? In all my years as president, I have not seen even the shadow of that law-mandated report.
Duterte is referring to the annual report required from the PRC by the Philippine Red Cross Act of 2009. The law says the PRC shall, at the end of every calendar year, submit to the President of the Philippines an annual report containing its activities and showing its financial condition. Senator Richard Gordon, chairman of the PRC, is leading the Senate investigation into the pandemic purchases of the government. The investigation has angered Duterte as senators grill his former economic advisor, Michael Yang. A Rappler investigation shows Yang's supposed connections to the country's pandemic supplier, formerly Pharmaceutical Corporation. Gordon on Tuesday, September 21, hits back at Duterte.
You are boring. Hindi ako natatakot sa inyo. Hindi po ako duwag. Do your worst, Mr. President, as you did with ABS-CBN. Do your worst as you did with the senator who was elected by the people.
Duterte earlier said he asked the Commission on Audit, through the Office of the Solicitor General, to probe Red Cross. COA has no jurisdiction over the Red Cross because it is not a government entity.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
Vice President LENI Robredo reminds Filipinos on the 49th anniversary of martial law that silence will enable historical revisionism.
Kapag nanahimik tayo, kapag hindi natin pinadaloy ang naratibo sa sari-sarili nating mga espasyo, pera at kapangyarihan ang magdidikta ng kasaysayan.
In a bid to reclaim power, the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos' son Bongbong ran for vice president in the 2016 elections, where he lost to Robredo. Bongbong then contested Robredo's victory all the way up to the Supreme Court, only to lose his petition unanimously. Robredo adds the current situation shows that platforms could be bought and stories could fade.
Ipinapaalala sa atin ang kasalukuyang sitwasyon kung kailan malinaw ang pagsisikap na baluktutin ang katotohanan ng malagim na kabanatang yon. Kumukupas ang alaala. Kung minsan nabibili ang plataporma, ang kwento nabubura.
Recently, actress and television host Tony Gonzaga was criticized after she posted a vlog episode interviewing Bongbong. The Ateneo Martial Law Museum criticized the interview and said it contributed to the whitewashing of atrocities committed by the Marcoses. Robredo adds Filipinos should reiterate the truth about the killings and human rights abuses committed during the Marcos regime.
Kailangan nating ulit-ulitin sa bawat pagkakataon ang katotohanan. Sa ilalim ng rehimeng Marcos, nagdusa ang Pilipino. Ninakawan, tinorture at pinaslang. Ginamit ang ngalan para ibaon ang bansa sa utang at pagbabayaran ng utang na ito hanggang sa mga susunod pang henerasyon.
Since the start of martial law in 1972 up to 1981, rights group Amnesty International recorded a total of 3,340 people killed at the hands of the Marcoses. Around 70,000 people were imprisoned, while 34,000 were tortured in the span of 9 years. South Korean superstars BTS advocate for vaccinations amid surges in COVID-19 cases in different parts of the world. In a speech delivered at the United Nations General Assembly Monday, September 20, BTS member Jung Ho-seok, or J-Hope, confirms all 7 members have been vaccinated against COVID-19.
저희가 유엔에 온다는 소식을 듣고 정말 많은 분들이 백신 접종을 했는지 궁금해하시더라고요. 이 자리를 빌려 말씀드리면 저희 7명 모두 백신을 맞았습니다.
In the same speech, the group shows images and slogans from fans describing their world today. Kim Sok-jin, or Jin, also calls attention to the youth being called the lost generation by saying they'd rather address them as the welcome generation.
네, 그런 의미에서 로스트 제너레이션이 아니라 웰컴 제너레이션이라는 이름이 더 잘 어울린 것 같습니다. 변화에 겁먹기보단 웰컴이라고 말하면서 앞으로 걸어나가는 세대라는 의미에서요.
Kim Tae-young, or more popularly known as V, encourages the youth to continue to hope.
우리의 미래에 대해 너무 어둡게만 생각하진 않으셨으면 좋겠습니다. 앞으로의 세상을 위해 직접 고민하고 노력하고 길을 찾고 있는 분들도 계실 테니까요. 우리가 주인공인 이야기의 페이지가 한참 남았는데 벌써부터 엔딩이 정해진 것처럼 말하진 않으셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Group leader Kim Namjoon, or RM, closes the speech, hoping that one day everyone can say welcome to each other once again.
세상이 멈춘 줄 알았는데 분명히 조금씩 앞으로 나아가고 있습니다. 모든 선택은 그 선택이 곧 변화의 시작이라고 믿고 있습니다. 엔딩이 아니라요. 새롭게 시작되는 세상에서 모두에게 서로에게 웰컴이라고 말해줄 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
After their speech, the group performed their latest hit, Permission to Dance, at the UN headquarters in New York. BTS flew to the US to join South Korean President Moon Jae-in as Korea's special envoy for future generations and culture.